Ultra drama accomplished.
I'm really happy I knew when to clap at the end of that song.
Yeah. It's nice when they put it in because then you know for sure
I don't know
when you're
if I
supposed
know
to really.
about that.
Did you just say that?
Huh?
It's nice when they put it in.
All right. You know what? I'm not gonna
Comedy.
dignify that with a response.
We're appropriate.
No, we're not. But it's okay. You know what? I'm not too worried about it. Ugh. Well, how's everybody doing today?
Fantastic.
Yay!
It's going to be a fun day. We are sitting in the studio today. Welcome, everybody, to Tusk Radio. We're sitting here with Nature Shows. We've got Eric, and Davis from Nature Shows here playing a couple of tunes today. And this, I don't mind telling you, this was, I think, the most intense setup that we've ever done in this tiny little studio here at KSIZ.
You don't say.
Yeah. We've spent the last 2 hours elbows deep in cables and sweat just trying to figure out how the hell this is possibly going to happen. And you know what? Looking around the room right now,
You did it.
I'm feeling pretty good about the way this all turned out.
And now everything is going to start exploding and burning
Pretty
down this
soon.
building.
I mean, it's really only a matter of time.
Oh yeah, we're all dead.
We're all
Something's gonna happen.
down in flames. It's the way we want it to go out anyways.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As soon as I
doing
started,
what we love.
At least it'll be documented, so that's cool.
Yeah. Like, they'll find the footage later.
Yeah, our families will appreciate that.
It'll be like the Blair Witch Project, but for a recording in a studio.
An
better
actual documentary.
Yeah.
Better to burn out than fade away.
and actually, Adam wasn't the first person to screw something up.
I was
today.
not.
I started rolling the camera, high camera, and it fell, and it looked really stupid.
It looked really sad as it fell too. Like you could see the betrayal in its lens as it was looking at you. Like,
I think
why
I
did
saw
you do
one
this to me?
singular tear fall from its eye.
I think it would have been cool to have like a crooked angle. Like it would have been really.
It would have been
It's really hip.
really
Just, yeah.
artistic.
Well, I didn't get to double check it when I put it back in, so let's hope that it works.
So pretty
Heyo.
much we have one video of Eric over on the drums, and all the rest of you are just not going to be in it at all.
That's fine.
That's as it should be.
He's giving 2 thumbs up to the camera.
That's all that's going to happen. Also, we found out that the battery is yes and no on that thing, and the other one
Yeah.
refuses to charge. So it's possible we're going to get like 10 seconds of video, and the rest of it's just going to be a pretty little bumper.
It's still blinking, so as long as it's blinking, we know we're okay, unless for some reason the memory card decided to just like stop working.
Which, based on our days so far, let's not rule anything
Possible, I guess. I
I
hope
mean-
not, though.
It's an adventure.
out. It is. It is.
This will be
Every day is
fun,
an adventure.
everybody.
This is just a bigger one.
This is a lot like gambling. You know, we're just going to roll the dice and see what happens.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we have better luck than when I actually gamble.
See, every time I gamble, I win. And I don't win like a little bit. I win like crazy.
Well, I'm going with you then.
Yeah. Everybody should.
That's because you lie.
I do. God, I love lying so much.
That's how
It's
you
the
gamble.
greatest. It is. That's the whole point of gambling. The whole point of playing poker is like you lie until everybody believes that you have a better hand than you do.
Call your bluff. Yeah.
Exactly. And the one time we played, we were playing with Bracky's girlfriend at the time, and I sat there with her for 2-3 hours and just got progressively more inebriated and just cleaned her out.
Yeah, and she was the designated driver for us that evening,
I'm
so
sure
she
she'll love
wasn't
that.
happy at all.
She was
Yeah.
really unhappy about it.
So thanks.
So
He was in like.
You're the
Chuckles
reason
the
that
Bellowing
relationship
Monster
ended,
mode.
Adam.
I probably am.
That's fine.
I was gonna say, are you sad about it?
Let's
No.
talk more about that. Sounds good. Good topic to go down.
We need to investigate this further
No.
at some point
We
in the future.
really don't.
All right. Well, getting straight into it, Bracky, what's been happening in the world of? Oh God, I wasn't sure what you were about to do there.
I yawned and coughed
You're
at
like
the
cocking
same
your
time.
arm back like you're about to fight somebody.
No, I yawned and coughed at the same time, and it was really uncomfortable.
Huh.
So
Well.
yay.
Yay.
It's
This
like
show.
the news.
What?
News?
Oh.
No, we're
Yeah,
all
stuff that happened in the world.
we're all just looking expectantly at you for
Yeah,
no
and
reason.
it's really making me feel the pressure right now.
Want to see
So
if he
that's-
makes
Oh,
that
well.
sound again.
All right, we're going to start off with some historical birthdays. In the year 7, some guy was born.
It is historical.
What?
in the year 7.
Yeah. It was a while ago, okay?
All right.
I don't have his name.
Not heard it referred to as the year 7 before. But that's, I like
It was
I like
either
it.
BC or AD, nobody knows. It was somewhere. It's 14 years of gray right there.
Yeah, there's a band name for you.
14 Years of Grey. Holy crap.
I think it's a stained album title.
I think I've seen the
Exactly.
T-shirt at Hot Topic. At least.
Who actually goes in a Hot Topic?
Oh, all the time.
I almost did the other day.
Me sometimes. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
That's
If
how I
I'm
know
feeling
it, yeah.
angsty, I might go.
You're always angsty.
Not true.
Kind of.
My grandma went to Hot Topic once to get me a wallet, and
How did that go?
they were Christmas shopping for me, and
Yeah.
she walked in, stopped, and turned around and left. Like she made it 3 steps into the store and was just like, "Nope, he can get his own wallet."
All right. Anyways, I should probably do stuff.
Yeah,
right?
if you could like be useful or whatever.
No, not possible.
Uh-huh.
1946, Keith Moon, the drummer for Das Who, was born.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. In 1949, Rick Springfield was born on this day. He is gorgeous and pretty talented, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And then last one, in 1961, Dean DeLeo, who's a guitarist for the Stone Temple Pilots, was born.
STP.
Yeah.
It's a good crew of people.
One of the best bands of all time.
Is Das Who the German cover band for
Yes,
The Who?
Das Who.
Okay.
Yes.
Das Husen.
Das Who.
Yeah. All right.
Who.
And then some historical things. Every time I do like historical things that happened on this day, there's always like 5 Beatles stories. So I don't know how the hell they managed to do everything they did.
I mean,
But
it's a long
apparently-
career.
8 years? It's not super.
Yeah,
It's a
fair.
It's a jam-packed 8 years.
Well,
Yeah.
11 years ish.
You know,
Wait. Time out. Were they really only active for 11 years?
From the time they got popular was 1960.
like
Well,
a decade.
Ed Sullivan was 64.
Yep.
They broke up in 70.
Holy crap.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. They
I
did
had no idea.
all the stuff that you know was 6 years.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they had like an action
That's basically the time that I started at McNally to
Uh-huh.
now, which is ridiculous.
That's way
They
too
put-
much. Now I understand why Pete Best is.
Not the best.
Who was kicked out on this day last week
Okay.
in 1961, I think. We
Uh-huh.
talked about that. Anyways, in 1962, John Lennon married his first wife, Cynthia Powell, and then he punched her and they got a divorce.
Good celebrate-
Wait
good
to
anniversary.
downplay what I feel like was probably the real heavy material there.
I'm trying to get to the next thing, but, don't abuse people because that's mean and awful of you. In 1964, during a North American tour, the Beatles appeared at the Hollywood Bowl. In 1965, security guards at a Manchester TV studio hosed down 200 Rolling Stones fans after they broke down the barriers and tried to take over the building. Whoops. I added the take over the building part
I
because it
wonder-
sounded like
They were
Die
probably
Hard.
really warm after the fact, so
I mean,
needed
yeah,
a
it might
cool
have felt
shower.
good.
So here's a
except for the
question
pressure.
just for the group to ponder for a moment.
Yep.
Does anybody else feel like water is for some reason no longer used in riot control the way it should be? Like, at what point did they
boy.
stop? Because you see all these things from way back in the day of
Going
people
there, huh?
people getting just
We got to conserve
sprayed-
water now.
sprayed
though.
with water. Like,
yeah.
at what point did somebody say like maybe water isn't the thing we should be throwing at these people, and then we
Let's
switch to
shoot
tear
them.
gas?
Well,
Let's
maybe it's
shoot them.
because
Yeah.
California's having a drought and we don't want to waste any more water.
Exactly.
Huh.
We're being considerate for the environment and
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody was like resistant to that idea. Like when somebody came in and said, "Hey guys, we should probably stop spraying angry people with water," and somebody was like, "No, they need to wilt. They need to melt." Sorry,
Wilt.
Wilt is when you don't have enough water.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're backwards,
all,
friend.
all of these people need to melt. And then
Also, last time I checked, people aren't plants, so they don't really wilt.
I mean, if I don't have
Under
enough
the
water,
pressure.
I wilt.
You get like really skinny and brown looking.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know.
just let's go with yes.
Wilting.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's
That's
a human
sure.
experience. 1967, Keith Moon, whose birthday is today, was enjoying a wild birthday party, and he drove a Lincoln car into a Holiday Inn swimming pool.
Yeah.
Because why would you not do something like that on your birthday? That's what I
Wait,
do
like
every
he did
year
this
on
on
my birthday.
purpose, or he did it on accident?
It's Keith Moon. It's fairly safe to say he did it on purpose.
A little bit of both.
Holiday Inn was around in 1967.
Apparently.
Wow.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, when Mary and Joseph went to the inn, it was probably a Holiday Inn.
Hi-yo.
And the rooms were full, and they had to go to the Holiday Inn barn in the back for baby
The Holiday
Jesus.
Express.
Holiday, they stayed at a
Holiday Express, yep. Let's see. Where am I at? I lost my place.
Oh no.
I know, right? Never mind. All that stuff's unimportant.
Holiday.
All right. Current day news. Boom. The cool thing that I saw yesterday, which I really like, the Foo Fighters rickrolled the Westboro Baptist Church.
I keep seeing the
It was
headlines, and I have
awesome.
not yet seen the video. What
Watch
is
the
going
video,
on
it's
here?
fantastic.
The church,
I'll
or
find it,
if
put
you
it on
want
the
to
page.
call them that, thank you. They were picketing one of their shows in Kansas City because they're kind of near there, and
They were picketing a Foo Fighters show?
well, yeah.
Who pickets the Foo Fighters?
The Westboro Baptist Church.
What doesn't
picket
the
everything,
Westboro
yeah.
Baptist Church picket?
But like the least offensive band
I
ever?
know.
Kind, yeah, based,
that-
yeah.
Dave Grohl is a Satanist. That much is clear.
Probably.
It's his awesome like guitar throne.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
so they were picketing with all their signs and all that stupid crap, and up rolls a big truck, and the Foo Fighters are in the bed of the truck,
Yeah.
and they just start blasting "Never Gonna Give You Up," and just start dancing, and do that for like 2 minutes, and then just drive away.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Well done, Foo Fighters. Now I wish I would have gone to the show last night
Last
so
night,
that I
yeah.
could tell them that in person.
I'm so
You probably would have had a chance to do that.
pissed
You
I was
probably
not
would've.
at that show. I had to play with this fool last night.
Yeah,
sure.
but it was pretty fun though.
It was really fun, actually.
We played the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny on stage, and it went really well.
It was beautiful.
Anyway, well done, Dave Grohl and,
Yep.
and company.
Mitch Mitchell, who was the drummer for the Jimi Hendrix Experience, his widow is saying that there's fake Jimi Hendrix memorabilia flooding the market. What? That was my phone. Shut up.
Daniel Brackey, consummate
It happens,
professional.
it happens.
I am doing really well today, everybody.
It happens to me all the time.
Anyways,
That's true.
don't buy Jimi Hendrix memorabilia because it's probably fake, because apparently someone was like, hey, I'm going to make fake Jimi Hendrix memorabilia and flood the market online with it.
She's probably just making that up to drive the prices up.
So only get
That
it at
could be
Spencer
cool.
Gifts or what?
Yeah.
Basically, I think that's what we're saying.
Do they
Jimmy-
have official stuff there?
Jimmy by Spencer.
If you find a Jimi Hendrix shot glass there, it's probably legit from 1967.
All right.
Because you
Definitely.
never know. Bon Jovi has left Mercury after 32 years,
Oh no.
Really?
which is a damn
Yes.
long time.
Yes.
Davis, you should comment on this.
I did. Oh no.
Yeah, but that
Bon
was
Jovi, the greatest.
that
band
was the
of all
most
time.
emotional response that anybody in the room had. I feel like we
Oh,
need to dig
Davis,
deeper
sure.
into this.
Davis, yeah.
They suck.
Just
They're-
throwing it out there.
Maybe my least favorite band of all time. They're just
What?
terrible.
Shots
sorry,
fired.
Sorry.
Wow, that's
Controversial.
I know. I know.
that kind of hurts.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever listened to Slippery When Wet?
Yes, unfortunately.
Bill Ward, drummer for Black Sabbath, says that Black Sabbath's recent album 13 is a pile of expletive.
Uh-oh.
He said a pile of expletive.
I think he probably said a pile of excrement.
Ah!
Starts with E.
Do you get it? 'Cause
Yes,
it's like shit.
Well, you just said the word, so
Oh.
good job.
Sorry.
You're the
Way to-
worst. The
Sorry.
drummer for Rage Against the Machine was playing on that album because Bill Ward just hasn't done anything with them. For
He
a
doesn't
long time.
do anything with them. There's some major like
riff.
there's some major merchandising agreement that's a huge problem
Really?
between him and the rest of the band right now. And the fact that they're all still alive should be enough to unify them just out of sheer amazement, but it's not. And so Bill just doesn't do anything with the band anymore.
It's a problem with the action figure likenesses.
I don't know. Maybe
Not correct.
I feel like this action figure should have been a bit more bulgy in the bicep and crotch area.
Yeah.
What do you think Ozzy Osbourne's action figure power would be? Like, you know how some action figures have, like, you can shoot the arm out. But what would Ozzy's be? Would it be like...
real biting action?
Exactly.
Oh! I was going to say snorting urine because he did
No.
that. Have you heard about that?
I believe you.
I have
haven't
not.
heard about it, but I believe
He snorted
you.
his own urine because he was in a snorting match with Motley Crue, and one of them snorted a line of fire ants, and then Ozzy snorted his own piss. So
All right. Well, you know what? Let's not
Cool.
judge too harshly, though. I mean, show of hands, who here has not snorted their own urine at some point?
It was not.
Is not?
Who here has not snorted their own
I
urine
have
at some
not
point?
Well,
done that.
how about does it count if you've tried but it didn't work?
Yeah, that counts. to
It's
me.
kinda
Like,
hard
you're,
to
You're
snort.
trying
I
to be
wanted
honest.
to, but didn't.
screwed it up.
Dave Grohl says he's a UFO fanatic.
Sure.
Because
Why not?
Wasn't that what Foo
Yeah,
Fighters
that's probably
did the
fine.
name?
Just like, you know,
Probably.
telling the Westboro Baptist Church what's what, and then looking for aliens.
He might have found them. We're talking about the WBC. Let's not rule anything out.
Good point. If aliens showed up, he would be a good ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I actually would too.
Yeah, he would be like, hey, let's just have fun and rock and roll, and what's up, you weird green people?
He'd give them a lot of coffee.
Caffeinated aliens.
I'm fine with that. All in favor of Dave Grohl representing planet Earth?
Oh, absolutely.
How to do worse.
I'm go with that. All right. I'm go with that. is
Are
what I'm
you?
gonna
I'm
say.
go
Are
with
you
that.
really?
That is what you said.
We
Dude,
gotta go
I'm-
for launch.
I'm losing myself today, I think. All right, one last thing. Apparently Slash and Axl Rose are on speaking terms and are friendly, which is really strange to me.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
They said it
because-
was overdue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like 23
Yeah.
years.
It's been a long time.
Suddenly, like, Axl Rose was like, hey, want to go get a jelly donut? And Slash was like, okay.
I feel like if I was Slash,
go
the only text from Axl Rose that I would return was, hey, I have 20 years of back royalties because I decided to stop being a prick.
Right.
Like I would answer that. Other than that,
We need Slash and you got Buckethead, though.
Well, Buckethead doesn't speak to anybody.
Went to the cashier at KFC.
I need my bucket.
Yeah,
My
that
bucket.
transaction has to happen, but that's it. Otherwise,
Daily bucket, please.
guys, I gotta top up.
Literally.
oh god,
So anyways, that's all the crap that I've got for this week. So,
nice.
hooray!
Hooray! Well done, Daniel.
We
Brackey.
did it.
All right. Well, into the actual meat and potatoes of today, nature shows. So I ran through the list of names earlier, and I gotta ask,
complicated.
Eric, and Davis, how the hell do you rehearse? Like, does one of you just like, Eric, I need you to play this, and then whoever happens to be closest answer? Like,
It's actually really easy. We just say, Eric, play this, and then everyone plays something in unison. And then Davis does something different. That's all of our songs.
And
So.
then that's it. It's worked out. It was just pure luck that formula worked out. Everyone goes
Works
by their
well.
last name, and that's gone back to we all went to college together, and there was even
More Erics.
3 times as many Erics there at St. Olaf. And
Eric's
just
everywhere.
A bunch of Scandinavians, and so we were just used to calling each other by our last name. So,
That's kind of how we
but
get around it.
Eric Vox, he takes you're with a K.
I am
so
Eric with a K,
You love that.
which is the correct way of spelling it.
See.
So, yeah.
That's how
Whoa.
you differentiate yourself.
Shots fired.
shots fired.
Although, statistically in this group, it's not.
Yeah, I know.
It holds no weight.
That's why that's why it holds no weight.
Doesn't matter. Traditionalist.
Yeah.
Well, and one of you has a very interesting last name too. It's like TVEDT. Which one of you? That's you. All right. How do you say that out loud?
Tweet.
Say again.
Tweet.
Like,
Really?
That's how it goes.
Wait, how's it spelled?
TVEDT.
That's an awesome name.
That is actually an awesome name.
I'm
It's
going to
okay.
go tweet and spell it like that.
I know,
Oh.
right?
He's probably never heard that before.
No. My role here is to provide jokes you've already heard.
Yeah.
That's what we do anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
No,
we do
that's
to each other.
Constantly.
Yeah.
that actually it makes sense that you would all address each other by last name, and that actually explains a couple of the things I was overhearing earlier, like, hey, Wilson, do this. And I
There
was
you go.
like, who the hell is Wilson? Like,
I thought they were talking to the ball from Castaway for a
We
second.
usually do. We forgot him at the practice space. He's usually around with us
no, that's
for
good
moral
stuff.
support.
So you all met in college. How long have you guys been together?
3.5 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.5 years now. Some
slow,
of us.
slow burn.
Yeah. Some of us grew up together. We all grew up in Northfield together, Northfield, Minnesota.
Oh. So
Then we met these guys in college.
did you guys go? What's the college down there?
St. Olaf, 2 colleges, St. Olaf and Carleton. We all went to St. Olaf College.
Okay, cool. That's a good place from what I've heard.
Yeah.
It is good. Yeah.
What did
Good
you
music.
all do there?
We just
What did we study?
hung out. No, we
Waste your
music.
time.
Yeah.
yeah, well, we all did different things. I was an English major.
Some English majors.
Yeah, some-
3.
I was a math major.
History Wow.
major.
Yeah.
So what's
I was on the swim team.
wait? What's 9
Yeah.
times
Athlete.
9?
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty. I don't have a calculator.
What? You're a math major?
What's 9 times what?
9.
Oh, 81.
81.
Yeah, come
There we
on.
go.
Square.
Texas Instruments.
He was doing a bit. It was good. I thought it was funny. Appreciate that.
It's
Funny
good
guy.
stuff.
Yeah.
So did you
Hilarious.
guys start making music in college?
No.
Okay.
We're a couple
Well, not
different
together.
bands. Yeah. Eric drummer and I were in a band called Plagiarists then, and then the other Eric's. Well, shit. So now it's already going downhill here.
Tweet Gromlin, we were
Tweet-
in a band
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
We would play
Okay.
together. We would play shows together, and so we knew that we liked each other. And post college, then we decided to meld a little bit, and then brought him on board.
Then I just
Eric
came-
vocals.
yeah.
Yeah.
Vox and keyboards. Yeah.
Just like let's start jamming.
Yeah.
Oh, it should say okay.
It's-
So then I was originally playing bass for the first
Couple
long chunk of
years.
us, yeah. And I switched to guitar because I used to play guitar in our college band, and then we roped another Eric in. So it really was at first just 4 of us, and then when we added someone else, it happened to be another Eric, another tall blonde Eric. So just-
Hopping on the bandwagon.
But you didn't necessarily go out like posting ads seeking Eric.
No,
Must be Eric.
we would have done that, but we didn't have to because we already knew one. So
Worked out great.
we would have done that otherwise. Yeah.
And he was in an awesome band called Citroen, which
Yes.
may they rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Ah, shucks.
But out of the ashes has come. Yeah.
It's kind of like a Uncle Tupelo Wilco thing, you know.
It's just like that. Yeah, feels like it.
I like it. Well, because we spent so much time setting everything up, I would really like to hear something come up. What's the first tune you guys are running out for us today?
This song is called Perfect Parable.
Perfect Parable. All right.
Out from darkness moves the lantern. No one holding it aloft. Spins in circles like a clock wheel. Gears won't turn until you build them. Are you a watchmaker or not? Wear your wounds like a king. But you're not wounded or a king. Oh, I heard my lover cry from across a cagey mine. No, we'll just cover eyes for the rest of our lives. Douse your discontent in pitch black. Turn your anger to the wild. She'll ask you 3 times what you should have said. Tell her nothing, it's not what you said, but what you never read. Where your wounds like a ring. Around which closes everything. Perfect parable forever. over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over.
Awesome. Nature shows right here on Tusk Radio. That was very, very cool. And I'm just on a personal note, I'm actually really glad that all of that worked, because right up until that point, wasn't sure that that was going to be the case, but that sounded really, really good.
We made it.
Cool.
Not to be a bummer. I only heard myself in drums.
Don't be a bummer, dude.
I know, man. Sorry.
Well,
You sound good.
It did. It sounded really good.
That's all you really need.
Thumbs up.
that was good stuff. So, what can you tell us about that tune?
That is a song that hasn't come out yet, but it's going to come out this fall, I guess. It's kind of it's kind of a song about a kind of holding on to an idea that has long gone by its sell-by date. So that's kind of the gist of it.
Awesome.
Do you see what it's called?
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet.
Perfect parable again.
How does your guys' writing process go? Like, is it kind of like someone's in charge of the writing and has general ideas, or kind of a big group thing? Or is it different every time?
It's kind of people bring ideas to the group, and then we kind of just flesh it out from there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll come with an idea or something, tweet, Grolum. Sorry if you don't actually know these names, but yeah, but and we just kind of we bring ideas, and then we all kind of just kind of work on it,
Okay.
and then I'll come up with. Sometimes they'll come in with like a vocal melody or lyrics maybe already be there. A lot of times it's just that kind of comes out of the process of
Right.
us doing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
A lot of jamming.
Yeah.
Jamming, yep.
That's a good way to get this new stuff.
It is.
Do your rehearsals, do you guys tend to rehearse really regularly, or does it kind of come and go where you'll do a week of super intense stuff and then back things off a little bit, or?
It's pretty casual. We'll meet every week usually.
Depends on what's going on in our other jobs.
Right. None of us are professional musicians. We all have other jobs, so it's kind of when we fit it in, and we do a good job of it. But it's schedules are hard.
Yeah, with 5 people.
Yeah. We're making it work best we can.
I mean, and I feel like we sometimes we'll if we get before shows and things, we'll try to get a few more practices in, but yeah, that's kind of how we do it.
Sweet.
Speaking of shows, what's your next show coming up?
We've got a show at the 612 Brew in Northeast Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's in like 6 or 7 other bands.
Now, are you guys doing the show at 612 Brew? Are you guys doing that at on their outdoor stage there, that little amphitheater they've got?
Yeah, I believe so. So
Really cool spot. I was just over there the other day. I'd never been over
I
there.
still haven't, but I heard it's.
It's really neat. It was not what I expected.
They have like an outdoor spot for stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not just an outdoor spot. Like, it's beautiful. We're talking they crafted this whole huge thing right into the corner, like under the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Right under where Central Avenue and Broadway, like it's kind of elevated up there. So
Oh.
at the patio level of the brewery, it's like
I
quite,
know
quite a ways down, so it
exactly
creates
what
like a
you're talking
natural.
Yeah,
sound
they just
wall.
carved it straight into the corner. It's really cool the way they did it. Cool place to play.
Moody indie rock is, I think, the best compliment to joyous beer drinking.
Well, yeah, and then I think this is kicking off their Oktoberfest or
Yeah.
something. Which, again, we don't seem appropriate for that, but we're going to be great.
Hey, you know what?
Don't
Later Hosen.
Yeah, well,
Bring out your beer steins.
Do you need
And-
an accordion player? Because I'm not one, but I'll learn.
We'll make it happen.
All right.
What was your
cool.
name?
Here it's an
Eric? You're
easy
not an
instrument
Eric, are you?
to pick it up.
No, I'm not an Eric.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you're not an Eric. That's the end for you
You'll
right
have to
there.
go
Yeah, I don't
through
know
an
if you can
extra-
just pick up being an Eric.
And we've already got one non-Eric. That's enough.
Have trouble dealing with more than that.
But really, it should be like our Ramones name or something. I should become an Eric. Yeah. We should just really, or the Donnas. Who else did that? Other bands that just took on one name.
Bands that all took on one name.
Cool.
The Dave Matthews Band. They're all named Dave Matthews.
All Dave one.
Every single one of them.
The Donnas did that, didn't they? Remember the Donnas?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Take it off.
How could I forget?
Yeah. They had that one song.
The Beach Boys. They're all known as by the last name of Beach Boy.
I forgot that. That's true. It's just the music trivia.
Brian
Rock
Beach
and roll
Boys.
trivia.
Didn't you know that's how it works? Like when you form a band, everybody changes their last name to the name of the band.
Uh-huh.
The family.
Well,
You're
we
all
gotta
your
make that happen.
family. That's what it's all
So
about.
Bono's last name is Bono U2.
Yeah.
That's really
Definitely.
unique.
That's
Yep.
the
And
thing.
the Edge U2.
The Edge U2.
I'm sure his parents love that.
They were probably thrilled.
Yeah.
And Larry Mullins Jr. You too.
Oh, we should probably say the date of that 612.
Yeah, what is the date of
the
that?
612 show.
September 26th.
Yeah. A month from now. It's a Saturday?
Yep.
Question mark? Yeah, Saturday.
So
It is a
September
Saturday.
26th at 612 Brew. Do you guys know what time you're on?
We haven't gotten the.
There's a lot of bands playing. It'll be like an all-day event.
Right on.
But you want to be there all day because it'll be great.
Well,
Lots
heck
of good
yeah.
bands, right?
Well, and as soon as you guys know, let us know, and it'll go up, of course, all over the Tusk social medias as well.
Awesome.
So we'll make sure that once we find out the order, and are you gonna be putting that stuff up? I imagine on your social medias as well.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. So if you go to Facebook and like nature shows, they're very, very easy to find. I did it earlier, but that'll be probably the easiest way to piece it together.
I'm kind of curious because I know band names and album names can all have really stupid backstories that aren't as meaningful as people think they might be. Where did the name Nature Shows come from? Were you watching PBS?
It was a name chosen from a number of names. Yes.
Yeah.
From sort of. I just thought it was kind of a cool. I do like nature shows. I do like. Yeah. I mean, Nova.
Hell yeah.
Is that still a thing, Nova?
It's still a thing,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe.
Mutual of Omaha, the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Anything with David Attenborough.
Yeah.
It's just a good kind of like childhood memory, I guess. So yeah.
Okay.
It's a good, yeah.
Hey, that works.
That's good stuff.
A lot of your lyrics they have a physical setting of. I'll let you talk about that.
Well, yeah, no, it's just there is nature involved in a lot of the lyrics. There's just kind of it's kind of something that's on my mind and something that I care about. So yeah, it kind of comes through in the music, I guess.
Nice.
We're in the works of making our own nature show for public access.
That sounds amazing.
What's your setting?
Nature.
It's gonna be
Thank you.
the elusive Davis in his habitat.
See, that's what I was wondering
It's,
about.
well, early stages.
Okay. To be determined.
Suggestions welcome.
It will be narrated by David Attenborough, though. So.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That
I can
sounds-
get on
He
board
doesn't
with
know
that.
it yet, but
Yeah.
He'll find out.
Like Tommy Quadrophenia.
He'll do it pro bono.
Same.
Probably.
The elusive Davis in his habitat. Sorry. My impression of Davis.
that was really good.
Yeah, for a second I started looking around like, oh shit,
Yeah.
Attenborough's here.
He's here, yeah.
That would be awesome if we could just have him in the corner
Yeah.
and do segues and stuff.
That would actually be really, really cool.
On a
Oh,
segue?
of course, yeah.
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 Yes. I mean,
Segues on a
let's just,
segue.
let's just add to it, right?
Yeah.
David Attenborough on a segue. Following
Doing
us around.
segues.
Yeah, but then he would like fall off and break his hip because he's like 130. or
He'd probably narrate that too.
That would be our
I
next
have
client.
fallen
David.
and I can't get up.
That
The
would be
David
our
is still alive, yet
David.
unable to rise. His injuries are too severe. He will likely not survive the night.
Dude, that's a Robot Chicken sketch or something. Like David Attenborough just like narrating his own demise.
That's true. He's probably got
Probably does. Like pre-recorded all the tracks for his
Yeah.
funeral.
Right.
Definitely.
You should.
I'm old as hell.
That's so depressing, but so entertaining.
Reminds me of that Matthew McConaughey in a lifeboat sketch that I want to say was Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy.
Yeah.
perhaps. Yeah.
Yep.
He's trapped in a lifeboat with one other person, and he's just talking about himself the whole time. It's like, oh, it's okay. You're getting hungry. You can take a bite out of my leg. I'll be Christ-like on you. Oh, man.
Sad.
You know that it's totally off topic, but I've always wondered what Seth MacFarlane has against Matthew McConaughey, because there's got to be something. Like there's got to be something in his past that
He's Matthew McConaughey.
he's crossed Matthew McConaughey somehow, and they just hate each other now.
Maybe he doesn't like naked people playing bongos.
He turned down Ted. That's what.
Thankfully, Wahlberg stepped in and everything great.
which is a sentence you hear, I feel like, very infrequently. Like, oh, thank God Mark Wahlberg was here and made everything better.
Was that movie any good?
Ted?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never saw it.
I didn't either.
I saw it. I am not a Seth MacFarlane fan, but I actually enjoyed the movie. It was, it served its purpose. It was stupid, but a good kind of stupid. You're right. Yeah, I should know better than to. No one. Yeah.
It's all right.
I never said that. Please retract that later on. This is not live, right? Oh, crap.
No.
I'm still cool, I swear.
Well, as long as we've got a little bit of downtime, how about another tune from you guys?
Yeah.
All right. What do we got coming up?
Rainy Lake. The song is called Rainy Lake.
Rainy Lake by Nature Shows right here on Tusk Radio. Another very, very cool tune. I'm liking it a lot. So when you guys are putting all this stuff together, what kind of musical influences? Obviously, everybody's going to have kind of their own personal musical influence, but is there one in particular or multiple in particular that are kind of leaning on you as a group? Something that all of you are drawing from in common?
I don't really think so. I mean, I've kind of likened us to culture. I mean, I think that they often start from a similar place of having space and ambience, and I don't know. I think we tend to gravitate toward that sound primarily. So, I mean, certainly like your very typical millennial influences like Radiohead or, that's obviously a band that's important to us.
Maybe New Order.
What's that?
Maybe New Order.
Yeah, I mean, or
at least for me,
you're a huge New Order fan.
A lot of new wave bands that kind of, I think, leak in there.
Smiths.
Yeah, for sure. I sort of, me personally, I tend to feel like I'm a more traditional, like rock and roll guitar player. But I love that kind of music, so I try to force myself into that box a little bit.
Lean into it.
Yeah. Ooh. Hello.
Holy cow.
Sick motorcycles riding by the studio or something.
Yeah.
It kind of fits a lot kind of in the new wave vibe, kind of like a little bit of a kind of modern version of that, but everyone kind of in this group I think brings kind of different things to the table, and it just kind of becomes a melange.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Listen to you.
That is the
word.
most expensive word I've ever heard.
It's the name of one of my favorite gift shops.
Now I
Where I
really
grew
wish
up.
we had like a Pee Wee Herman sample like, it's the word of the day!
You said the secret word! Ding, 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 ding. Party, 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 party. Confetti.
Can we get Jambi too?
No.
Why?
No.
He costs extra. We spend all the money on the word.
I guess like while they're not like huge influences directly, I mean I think we all have like a soft spot in our hearts for the like big British synth pop bands of the 80s that like had huge crossover success. So like your Simple Minds, Talk Talk, Tears for Fears, that sort of stuff. So that's sometimes what we get likened to, which I take as a high compliment because those bands are awesome. Yeah, for sure. All those bands are great. And while like I'm not deeply familiar with their catalogs, I mean like those tunes are pretty awesome, timeless. So
It's good stuff.
well put. Well said.
Indeed.
You're making a lot more friends than Davis did.
With my second part.
We know how
my
much
Bon
Seth
Jovi.
loves Talk Talk, so we're really
Davis tears people down and then Tweet builds them up.
That's why we work out that way.
Dynamic duo over there.
Yep.
No, that's good
Good
stuff.
cop, bad cop sort of thing.
I stand by what I said about Bon Jovi, and they're terrible.
I stand by you, Davis.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any tunes that are kind of in your catalog or repertoire that you were writing at one point and you were really drawing on one particular song that you were all thinking about at the same time, or is it more amalgamation style?
I feel like we have before. I'm trying to think. I feel like we'll be writing something and then I'll think of, oh, this sounds like a U2 part or like a Cocteau Twins thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Drummer always hates when I bring up U2 because I think we're very similar to U2, but he just hates them so much that I can never say that word around when we're writing because otherwise he'll just lose interest immediately.
Nope, the song sucks.
Just say the Police instead.
Yeah, police are safe. The police are safe. U2, that's the dirty word in the rehearsal space. But what else? Specific songs, yeah, for sure.
There's like a Pumpkin song that I was listening to a bunch when we were writing a song called Symmetrical Forest. Daphne Descends.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And I just was super into that drum beat, and I think that I was really campaigning hard to get that kind of four on the floor sort of vibe to it. So, I mean, that Symmetrical Force sounds nothing like that tune, but
right. And what we're gonna play next, the song, it's got the Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Everybody Wants to Rule the World beat. I think we knew at the time that was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was called the 12/8 signature. So I was like,
yeah.
I'd like to call it also the Michael Jackson.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. Yeah.
The way you make me feel, is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
Just making dick for no reason.
Yep. That's what I do.
That's my bit too.
Yeah.
So when that happens, when you've got a tune like that you're all kind of hearing this one particular tune inside it, is it something that does it affect the direction of the tune? Is it something like, oh well, it's kind of similar to this, and you start going there, you start leaning away from that on purpose, or is it just kind of like a neutral realization and you truck on?
It depends on if we like it or not, like the reference or not. But
Yes.
sometimes we get stuck, and that will like immediately change the dynamic.
Yeah.
Yes.
It immediately help things because it's if it's a song everybody knows, and we all listen to a lot of different types of music, but if it's something that everyone latches onto, it's like
I
that
feel like
can
not
really
too
help out.
long ago. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, we had one part where there's a bass line where then after the
Oh,
fact
yeah.
it was written, we're like, oh, that's just an MGMT
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. We had to shy away from that a little
And then
bit.
we purposely were like, we can't do that. Not because we think they're bad. It's just it was too distinctive.
Can't be too obvious with your
Yeah. It wasn't
influences.
subtle.
And I had a riff that was like exactly like the hook of a Coldplay song, which, I mean, if it were any other band, I'd be like, who cares? So we'll rip it off. But it's Coldplay, and they're like the biggest band on the planet. So
Even though we are actual fans of Coldplay.
of
Yeah.
course.
Yep, that's how cool we are.
We had the same. We bonded over our same Rush of Blood tour
And,
T-shirt
in
in
college.
2003.
Yeah, I'm proud of that. It's in high school, whatever. Didn't know any better.
Hey, we referenced Cocteau Twins.
That's true.
We're
Yeah,
cool.
that balanced it out, right? Cool.
Good stuff. What's next up on our playlist for the day?
The next song is a song actually that we have out now. It's called Nana Bijou.
This is the one I was asking you
This is-
I was asking you earlier, how the hell do you pronounce this?
It is. I believe it is Nana Bijou. It is a. Do you want me to?
Yeah,
take
no,
it?
please.
It's actually named after a resort in way northern Minnesota on the North Shore. That's kind of the basis for it. So yeah. So,
Very cool. Nana Bijou.
Hold on here just a second. I do that all the time. The band loves it.
And that was Nana Bijou.
Gotta find my thing here. I saw glaciers melting into rivers. I heard lovers crying on the wind. I felt the gas wells pushing me to move. I saw giants running down the hill. Sunburns break, shadows break, water dry in your terrible eyes.
Nana Bijou by Nature Shows, right here on Tusk Radio then.
One thing I have to say is the drum beat. This is going to make me sound like a huge nerd, but you guys remember the Never-Ending Story?
Oh yeah.
The drum beat is the
No,
same
you're a huge nerd.
The drum beat is the same as one of the songs from that movie, like ba 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 da 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 da. And sorry, it just really reminded me.
What was
of
that
All right,
again?
I don't
I'm not
know.
gonna do that again.
I don't know which one of you is closer to Daniel Brackey, but if whichever one it is could reach over and just strike him over and over and over, we could. There we go. Oh, it's both of you.
Had him on the show. That was great.
we're okay with that reference.
Honestly, besides
Never-Ending
like
Story.
just musical influences, if anybody ever like references movie soundtracks or like just movies or just like any other sort of like visual references, that's cool. in my
Yeah.
book, but-
Did you guys know that Giorgio Moroder did that soundtrack?
There you go.
Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I just
Italian,
remember the
electro disco guy.
I just remember the single by that guy Limal or whatever, some European weird dude with crazy hair and stuff, and he sings really high and it sounds like a woman, but that song gets stuck in your head really easily. Anyways,
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah, do
Definitely.
I would pay a lot of money to see someone cover that song.
When
So
we're doing it. You're funding.
I'm seriously on board.
In memory of Atreyu.
no, Artex the horse.
Oh.
Probably the nerdiest thing
Bad
that has
memories.
ever been said in this room. In memory of
Whatever.
Atreyu.
There
So
could be nerd, yeah.
Well, we may have touched on this earlier. Where can we currently find some of your guys' stuff online?
We have an EP, our first EP, which is 4 songs, is available on our Bandcamp page, natureshows.bandcamp. And then we have a new song that Nana Bijou, that song we just played, we have that song on. Do we have the other songs on Spotify as well?
No,
No, just that one.
Nana Bijou is on Spotify and on iTunes.
And Amazon. Yeah.
Is it?
Sure is.
It's on all of your fine musical outlets: iTunes, Amazon, Spotify.
All the hits.
Not title though.
All right.
Not Tidal.
Not Tidal?
unfortunately.
No, we're not indie enough.
We don't have We don't have like pointless extras to put on our.
Where have you
Incentives.
guys been recording this stuff?
We record with a good friend of ours who's a great producer, Brett Bullion, who is a producer in Minneapolis, and he has a new studio now, but he had a studio that we recorded kind of in near Northeast, and yeah, he's a great guy. He produces a lot of really cool bands around here.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard.
He is a wizard.
He has a very good ear. So
Hmm.
any bands out there, we recommend Brett Bullion as a producer.
Nice.
He's a cool guy.
Cool.
He's legit.
You'll watch a lot of Star Wars in the studio.
Yeah.
So
He nerds out big time.
That sounds
good.
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm
Seems like the only way
instantly
to be, really.
sold.
so it's a great time.
When you guys record, do you do like live takes or is it really layered? Like everybody does individual stuff.
Well, this last time we did a lot of stuff live. So I mean, we put down rhythm tracks together, and then my guitar parts, I just was essentially just kind of playing scratch tracks,
Mhm.
but some of them were worth keeping, so we kept those, and then just did some overdubs later. But our first EP, we really did track by track.
Yeah.
Drums did separate, and then everything else was scratch track. So I think doing it this most recent time, which was almost a year ago, allowed us to have a little bit more time for overdubs and more fun stuff by doing it live and taking some
Yeah.
scratch tracks that were actually cool and really good. So
Yeah. And the cool thing about you guys is like, I'm sure on the camera you can see it, but the guitars are just pedals all over the place. So you guys don't need a lot of like overdubby type stuff, I would assume, to kind of fill up the sound.
yeah, I mean, he's talking about you. Oh.
I mean, you got some stuff over there too.
I have 3 compared to
17 or so.
45? I don't know. Need the math guy to count them.
Well, I think that our live setup now is different than our recording setup was, because when we were recording, I was the only guitar player, so I was doing overdubs, which now like we have a natural overdub, and Davis and I just kind of play tracks over each other when we play live now. But you know, we put out like a bunch of acoustic guitars on the previous recording, so those that will listen to Nana Bijou studio recording. There's like some acoustic guitar on there. The Rainy Lake. Once you actually hear that, I'll have some acoustic guitar. But yeah, I mean, I think that what I was talking about earlier with like creating space and creating atmosphere, Davis and I are really into doing that with delay pedals and reverb pedals and stuff. So yeah. Where you nerd out on a never-ending story, I'm reading gear blogs. So.
I can appreciate that. It's okay.
To meld into a great.
I want to do. Man, I just want to do a never-ending story cover band now.
Of course you do, because.
Anyways, so how often have you guys been playing shows in the past? Sporadic.
Fits and starts. Let's say.
What was our last show?
It was June.
June? Mm-hmm. The Kitty Cat Club? No, Driftwood.
Played a char bar to a rousing crowd.
Yeah. South Minneapolis.
Yeah, that's what I hear about that place a lot of the time.
It's weird. God bless it. It's great.
No PA system, so you're just.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, just for the vocals.
Vocals, yeah.
Oh.
You're not mic'd.
Interesting.
People really enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Fun crowd there.
Yeah, I've been there. I know exactly what you're talking
Have
about
you?
now. Yeah,
I've never been over.
You put vocals in the PA, and there you go. That's your show.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Is it? I was gonna say, is it a pretty small
Tiny.
place?
And lots
It's
of people
fun,
that
though.
don't care to listen to what you are doing.
Okay.
At least when I was there a couple times.
We expected that, and then a lot of the inebriated locals who are probably in their 50s and 60s were eating it up.
Yeah.
They were dancing. And
That's awesome.
Cool.
I think a lot of our friends that were there thought it was a little uncomfortable and awkward, but as a band, when you see anybody dancing,
Right.
Yeah.
you love it.
It's a good
And
day.
We don't care that it was
Not our target market.
not our target market, but it's
Hey,
a lot
if
more
they've-
fun when that happens.
If they've got money, then that's your target audience.
Yeah.
There
By the
you
way,
go.
we have spreadsheets and things that say what our target market is. we really focus on that.
You
It's,
should-
Some really heavy SWOT
You
analysis.
should have brought in a big board and had some stuff ready and a presentation and
Yeah.
everything.
We had a PowerPoint, but the other guys were like, no.
So,
Given the time. Sorry.
as far as gigs go, let's say what's top tier, awesome gig, bottom tier, awful, worse than char bar gig, if there are.
That we've actually played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Char bar was actually a really
best
good
and
one.
worst.
I think we had
That's
fun
good.
with the char bar just because of, like I said, the people that were actually active and dancing.
Larry, who does the music there, is a fun guy.
Mm-hmm. We had an
He's a goof, but he's great.
We had an EP release almost 2 years ago. That was a blast because we played with Gromsville Bands of Troen. We played with a band called Gloss that we played with a number of times.
Cool.
And just friends came out of the woodwork, which was just awesome and supportive of us. And other people.
And that was at Cause.
Yeah, that was a Cause. Rest in peace, Cause.
I know.
Rest in peace, Cause
Yeah.
Burgers.
The
Oh.
place is great.
But then we played a show at Skyway Theater, which was just a very strange, like physical setup. Like we thought it was a scene out of Blade Runner or something.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. I mean, yeah, the sound it was odd,
It was a weird
Yeah.
event.
but the ambiance of it was kind of
It was
Like
like
an
downtown.
like an airplane hanger. it felt like that
Yeah.
empty.
Really?
Just all
Yeah.
cement and-
Interesting.
There's like a lot of metal shows there, I think.
Yeah.
Like
And then
RCP
us.
or something.
Yeah.
What were we playing? It was some event. It was like an art event.
in like clothes, like textiles.
A
What?
fashion thing. It was a fashion thing. There was a live artist there, and that was kind of cool. I like
We-
that part.
It was tough because we just weren't very rehearsed. It was
Oh yeah, we were terrible. That's another crucial part. We were under rehearsed and we sounded terrible.
we were really far away from everybody. It
No.
was really-
We were terrible. Just kidding. We're always
Yes.
Yeah.
Come see us anytime we play. A
I
show.
remember getting off the stage and Davis saying, Mark's tweet, you just like looked like you weren't having fun, so I wasn't either.
I probably did say that.
I was
think
thinking of
Grom
Blade
was
Runner
in-
the
was
whole
in the
time.
crowd.
Graham wasn't there yet. I was still playing bass.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I think he was in the audience.
I see.
That's like one of the few shows I actually missed.
Yeah, he was a faithful.
That's really why he's in the band, because he was a super fan.
Sort of a Jason
That's
Newsted situation.
Wow.
So this is actually the ghost of Davis Willie,
Yeah.
Cliff Burton.
I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. What about the?
But we're gonna break up another awful show, weren't we? Before Fine Line.
Oh, the Fine Line. All right.
Oh,
well,
don't talk about the fine line.
Oh, okay. We
Well,
loved it.
I'm going.
I'm
to
kidding.
Okay.
Keep
Yeah,
doing.
he's
It's just
stressed
every
out.
show.
Totally get it.
Every show I've done there is the worst.
It's weird. They have a weird system, but it's different now. Yeah, it's under new management now.
Really?
Yeah.
This was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we played a couple shows there that the other one of the other ones we played wasn't so bad because we were playing with some friends of ours, but we played with
Should I? We can keep their names.
He's definitely not listening.
Yeah, we can definitely avoid names. That's fine.
Okay. Well, we just played with it was a weird show. It was just and there was one act in particular that was just kind of like just very strange. It was like a one-man act and
A lot of yelling.
weird
laptop.
like he played saxophone, laptop,
What?
just all on his own. And he was clearly he was on some substance or something. I don't know, but yeah, it was.
I
it
don't
was
know,
weird.
man. I think he was just out there enough.
Or he was just out there
He
and,
was,
and loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
I know it was a weeknight.
Yeah, 'cause they were attempting to do like a local music showcase every week. That was like Monday or Tuesdays. It was
I think it would have been Tuesdays because I remember playing the new band night.
okay.
It's
That's what we
a fine
did,
line
or
on that
something like
Tuesday
that.
thing. Yeah.
And so there's like no one there, and it wasn't like I feel like everyone working there hated dealing with us, not us specifically, just like the bands that were playing there.
Right.
They didn't like that this thing existed, this local showcase thing, because they weren't making money clearly, because
Right.
There's no
and
one
then
there.
Friends would come out, but there's no parking really convenient there. It was just kind of a hassle for it. But while we played, great sound system.
Yes.
Probably the most professional sound system
Oh my
I've ever
gosh.
dealt with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool, at least for us.
And we played
But never again.
another show there that was not so bad, but
Right. Yeah, whatever.
It's always funny how you find venues that you know it's a really really good venue, like and you can even go to shows there and you're like, wow, this is a really good venue, and then just one off night and suddenly like it kind of colors
Yeah.
the experience.
sometimes you can play with other bands that are way different than you, and it works out really well. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like it's that was cool. Just that mixture of things. Sometimes it doesn't work very well. Like it's weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then in between, we mostly play Kitty Cat Club, which I guess has neither been the worst or the best for us. But it's just
fun
good,
there.
consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Olcott,
Yeah.
great sound guy at
Books us.
at
And, yeah.
Kitty Cat Club.
Cool dude.
Yep.
And it's just one of the coolest places in Minneapolis. I love that place.
Yeah.
Just love hanging out there.
It's a cool place.
Well,
Even
that's
with the giant beam in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Someone
and
always
that's the mark of somewhere that's pretty special too, is like a place that you like going back to over and over and
Oh,
over
sure.
and over.
Yeah.
It's even if you know that there's something about it that's not perfect, like it turns into kind of like your place.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's there's definitely something to be said for that.
Yeah. Really cool ambiance there.
Yes.
We had that
Is-
bit with Cause too.
For a while,
But,
yeah.
yeah, before it
Good working
went
relationship.
under. But
Yeah.
And we lost it.
I feel like Kitty Cat Club has kind of taken the cause position for like local bands, having a good place to play,
Yeah,
good place to call
someone
home.
Someone had to step up.
What about the best show you guys have ever played? Like the absolute number one.
Like
Uh,
where we were at some point.
Yeah, what would that be? I don't know. Did we have an idea of that before?
I mean,
it was the EP release show. Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
what
that's
you
what you
said?
said.
That was
Yeah,
kind of the.
yeah.
it was pretty joyful.
Yeah.
It's just it was
a
just fun
college show. Yeah.
playing your new tunes and having a lot of. There's a pretty good crowd there, and playing with friends of ours, bands who were and kind of it's just kind of a good atmosphere, I guess, to have a really good show. So.
It was a party.
And that would have
Yeah.
been what, a year,
Almost 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yep. That was we recorded our last EP then, and now we're kind of trickling out our new music.
Now, are you planning on with the new stuff? I know you have the single out right now, the Nana Bijou. Is that a precursor to an album? Is it a precursor to an EP, or is it just kind of one of those things where everything's gonna stand on its own and just be released one by one? Or
I think we'll probably it was a little bit of like a single, kind of a precursor to. We're gonna put the next couple of songs out this fall, and then those will probably go together as an EP as well. But we just wanted to try to just put them out one by one because it's a thing that people do these days. It's kind of people.
Yeah.
That's kind of how people take their music a lot these days.
Well, and it is. It's becoming. It's kind of becoming the new normal again. And I say new, even though it's really not new. Back in the day, that was it. Like you'd get a 45, and it would have a song on it, and if you're really lucky, it might have a song on the back too.
It's kind of amazing that people would sit and listen to like just an entire album of songs. I mean, obviously, people who really love music and love bands, they would. I do that, but I mean, just songs are.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean though. It is hard to think about sometimes. Like even for people that really love it, like sitting down and just listening to a full album. You're talking 12, 13 tunes, and that used to be a thing that happened a lot. And now we've gotten so far away from albums in general. It's hard. Like I don't think I could do it. There are maybe 2 bands that I could sit down and listen to a full album just to listen to it.
Right.
But
it's a commitment.
Shows, so.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's weird. I started doing that recently, just trying, because I realized as a musician, I don't listen to albums. I listen to songs that I need to play for some show.
Right.
And I listened to like a good 5-6 albums just straight through when I was either walking or driving or something. And it was weird to hear the same band like 10 times in a row playing different songs. Yeah. It's weird, but it's kind of nice because you get the whole view of what they were trying to get across with it, as opposed to judging someone based on this one song that you cherry picked out of an album.
Right.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
I think for me, it always kind of opens up this question of whether the album itself was really a coherent thing. Because there are some albums you listen to and it's like, oh, well, this is a group of songs, but then you have other albums you listen to that are just like, wow, this is an album. This is one piece of artwork that's broken into these 11 or 12 pieces. And then you find a new appreciation for it. But it's always really hit or miss for me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm weirdo like that. But
I think it's just like certain bands. I mean, for me, it's like the eve of a new like Radiohead album or something like that. Like that's always like I gotta sit down and listen to that album.
Yeah,
it's an event.
It's just and I often still will even go back and listen to the whole album through. So it's just like for whatever reason that band, it's just like that's I want to hear
like
that,
whatever
that
they
whole
put
thing.
out, you're gonna sit down and listen to it.
Yeah, I respect them a lot, and I respect the fact that they put these songs in this order and this kind of because it meant something. So yeah.
I'm curious because for me this seems like the hardest thing in the world, but figuring out an order for an album, how do you do that? That seems impossible.
Well, I think even when vinyl wasn't fashionable for 20, 30 years, I think that it was cool that you would have bands that would bring their stuff out on CD or tape, and there was a clear side A and side B. And when you rebuy it on vinyl or something, that's how it physically is structured.
Yeah.
So I think like that's one thing I always try to think about, like
where's the break.
If I don't know where side A and side B is on a digital album, I'm thinking, okay, this is where I would put it.
Yeah.
Opener, closer, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, not too many like down tempo, because like that when you have like 2 like acoustic tracks like back to back and then 2 hard rocking tracks. At those bookends, that
it's kind of like doing
kind of spoils the record a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like doing a set list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird psychological thing. You gotta think about it, but not overthink it. Because like I've had gigs where everybody overthinks the set list, and it just takes all the energy out of everything you do from there on out. It's weird.
I used to do that all the time.
Put all the singles up front.
What the hell was that?
What?
I don't even know what just happened.
Is there an ice machine over there?
Ice machine back there.
I don't think there's an ice machine.
Okay.
There's ice now.
Studio refrigerator makes noise. Everything stops. What is going on?
That was just weird.
Yeah, I've never heard it do that before.
No.
But it's been a day for weird sounds. Like
Ghosts.
I've never heard motorcycles going by on the road either. So maybe it's just you guys. There's something about you guys just kind of bring out our auditory poltergeists, as it were.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's right. I went there.
Yeah.
You did.
Just got deep and real just now.
It's good.
Weird
We're a gimmick band. We like sound effects.
They did have the drum beat sound effect before it.
I think he's got a recorder somewhere in that bag.
Yeah, that's true.
I do actually have a recorder.
Good.
Like a legit recorder.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like
I mean,
how do you make
could,
a
like, bust it
legit
out
recorder?
if you wanted.
What is a non? I want to know what a non-legit recorder is.
That's a really good point, actually.
If you can play hot cross buns on it, it's legit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to come up with a non-legit recorder.
Maybe
I
one
would
of
say.
those like horrible little bamboo flutes that you buy in the kids section of any toy cart or store ever.
that just aren't in tune at all.
Yeah,
and
just
it just
no-
makes noise.
No concept of changing
They barely
notes.
work.
Parents
No.
love 'em, yeah.
Yeah.
My dream is to during like a some like ambient part of our set sometime, just like out of nowhere, no one knows. I just pull out the recorder and start playing like a
Your
little,
dream is our nightmare.
a little, and then the rest of the band walks off stage.
Recorder
And
solo.
I begin my solo career.
Yeah.
Somebody
it.
drops a mic for good
That is
measure.
it.
It could be like the Kenny G of the recorder world.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
dream of being that. Yep.
What more could you want out of life?
Yeah.
all right. Anyways, I say it's about time we get into another tune. I think.
I think that you
What-
are absolutely right.
What do you want to kick up this time?
Yeah, what are we doing?
What are we
What are we
doing?
doing?
Let's see if you can catch it. Cool.
Right.
Saw you at the creek mouth, crumpled in your lips, hands upon your hips. The tips of so many flames burning through your eyes. Behind them only lies. Your beautiful discovery. A voice in the canopy says, "Come and see." This is a wilderness for you to try to defeat. And I will play a song upon my heart and life, while you pick fortunes of your heart's desire. So I broke the shore and half reached my craft, and she disappeared to where I could not hear the sound of her voice in the world. The sound of her voice in the The sound of her voice in the Man, why don't you calm down? You look seasick. You look thrown in. Did you see a ghost?
Nature Shows on Tusk Radio. And what was the name of that tune?
That's called Hidden Bay. That's off of our first EP.
Very cool. Anything you can tell us about that one?
It's kind of about getting lost after being in a relationship or knowing somebody for a long time, and kind of grabbing hold of other things to kind of find your way back to a good space.
It's very cool. I think that so far is gonna land as my favorite of the ones you've played today.
Cool.
That
Awesome. Thank you.
I was really all about that.
Awesome.
That's good stuff. I think that it's time now that you guys have become some of my favorite people. I think it's time that we start shaming Daniel Brackey a little bit here. What I want to do, I want to take us on a bit of a right turn, and I want to play a game called Instrument Or. And if you're not familiar with the game, what it is I'm going to give you the name of something, and I'm going to give you two definitions for it. One of them is going to be an instrument, and the other one I think is going to be today a Malaysian city. So you have to tell me whether this is the name of an instrument or a Malaysian city. And we can either do this where it's all of you against Daniel Brackey, or one of you can take pity on Daniel Brackey and play.
The odds will
with
be
him.
the same either way.
Yeah.
I bring anyone who's on a team with me. I just bring them down.
Well, I think the last time you were on a team with somebody, you guys won, didn't you?
It was his doing. It
Okay.
wasn't me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I brought nothing to the field.
So how are we feeling this? Is somebody going to team up with Daniel Brackey, or are we going 4 against 1?
I want to take on all these guys.
All right.
I want to see how this works.
All right, we're 4 on
Brackey
1.
going solo.
I got this. I'm a professional. I've done this 100 times.
All right, I got 3 definitions for you. The first one is Quinta, which is Kinta is the spelling.
Okay.
This is either a large city in the Malaysian state of Perak, or it's a small drum which is held in one hand and struck with a thin mallet, or it's a ducky. It's one of those 3.
One of those 3. I'm going with the drum.
Yeah.
It's the drum.
Definitely.
I think it's a drum.
Very confident about that.
Everybody's going drum. All right.
Super confident.
Nature Shows calls drum. Daniel Brackey.
I'm going with the not drum.
All right. But is it a ducky
Which
or a
not
city?
drum?
Yeah.
Oh, city.
All right. Then Daniel Brackey is up a point. It is in fact a large city in the Malaysian state of Perak. You guys are gonna need to up your game here.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I should never be so confident. I apologize.
Next one is Sangxian. Sanxian. This is either a small fishing village on an island of the same name, or it's a plucked lute covered with snakeskin with a long fretless neck, or it could be a ducky.
It's gonna be that sometime.
I don't know when I wrote this, but apparently it's a ducky. All right. So it's a fishing village or a long-necked lute covered with snakeskin.
All right, Eric. One of the Erics take this one.
As cool as the snakeskin thing sounds, I think we're going to go with Fishing Village.
Yeah.
Going fishing village. All right, Daniel Brackey.
I'm gonna go with the snakeskin.
You're going with the snakeskin.
Sure.
All right. Daniel Brackey is up by 2. It is in fact
It's open to
It's
a video
open
of
to
Seth
Facebook?
Rogen with makeup on. So that's literally helping me.
Not at all.
None.
It's totally his spirit guide.
Yeah.
Just so you know, we did just pass a new record here. Daniel Brackey's never been up by 2 points in this game. We've been playing
No,
for
one time.
2 years.
One time. He's been up by 2 points. It was about a month ago.
Well,
But I think the lead didn't last, so
and
We'll see
either
if we can
way,
keep it going.
your worries are over because he's never been up by more than 2. So we pretty much know here.
Comeback time.
Yeah.
This is the best I've ever felt in my whole life.
We're glad
to
we.
be a part of it.
Yeah.
That's all we're about.
Then we should lose.
Positivity.
All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Dizi. It's either the smallest city excluding rural villages in the Malaysian state of Pahang, or it is a Chinese flute with a buzzing membrane. Or it might be a ducky.
Membrane?
Yep.
Ooh.
it's a word you don't like.
Well, membrane just sounds like viscous and yucky.
It does.
I was thinking it sounds like a kazoo.
Fanciful.
The way you described it.
A ducky, as in like a.
Like a bird, like waterfowl.
Okay. As in like, I thought it was like a rubber ducky. Is that like a?
I mean, it could be a rubber ducky, I guess.
That's really
I-
just a
honestly,
representation of waterfowl.
I don't remember writing this quiz, so I don't remember what the motivation behind putting ducky as an option for
I
every
think it
one
was
of these
just a
was.
giant middle finger to whomever is taking the quiz.
It must have been.
Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink reference. Is that what it? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's that.
So what are we going with, boys?
City or flute?
Or ducky.
I don't know.
Let's.
My confidence is not proven
Yeah.
yet.
It's been shaken to its core.
I'm gonna say it's the instrument.
Okay,
Yeah.
We're going flute.
let's do it.
Yeah.
The
All right.
membrane.
Daniel Brecky,
I'm going flute.
you going flute?
Yeah.
Okay, it is a flute.
Hey.
We're doing
On
good.
the board.
So far,
Yeah.
we're doing
Yeah.
good.
Point for everybody.
Wow.
Counts for something, right?
Okay. Next two are double points.
What?
Yep.
That's
Because they're
This
getting
is
nothing
good
but harder.
information for me to have as
What?
the scorekeeper.
This one is Muar, M-U-A-R. It is either a medium-sized city in the Malaysian state of Johor, or it's a stringed instrument similar to a cello but smaller and with only 2 strings, or a ducky.
Okay.
Could always potentially be a
You
ducky.
guessed it right last time, so you should take
I'm gonna
turns
say
here.
it's the city.
You're going city?
Okay, yeah.
Sounds right.
All right, well, boy.
All right.
I'm going with the instrument.
You're going with instrument.
Yes.
Could tie it up.
It did tie it up. In fact, it is a city in Johor.
Well done.
It's on.
So
Nicely done.
Are we
Nicely done.
completely tied now?
We are 3-3.
3-3.
Oh
I
man.
have to ask the math guy. Is that true?
Sounds about right.
Sounds right.
1 plus 2, definitely
I mean, there's a
3
margin
in
of
my
error there,
experience.
but
I feel like the Twins playing the Yankees. It's gonna be. We're coming back and.
This is gonna be really
Yeah,
intense.
And we're gonna lose by 1 point.
It's classic
Run,
them.
run.
Let's
Go
be the
Minnesota.
Yankees. Come on, they're winners.
Okay, here's the last one. Ya, Y-A. It is either a dockside club in Kuala Lumpur, which is famous for being the scene of an average of 17 murders per year,
Yes.
or it's a small whistle, usually carved from bone, traditionally used as part of a Chinese wedding ceremony, or it is an actual duck, being the Mandarin word for duck.
I knew it was going to lead up to something here.
It's one of the 3.
Yeah.
Hell, we'll call this one 10 points.
Whoa.
It's the
Wow.
it's the 10-pointer.
Just 'cause.
Whoever
What?
wins
It's going
this
to be a
is,
landslide no matter what.
yep, whoever wins this is just going to be like destroyer.
yeah, we're nature shows. We gotta guess duck at some point.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think it's got to be. We're confident. We're leaning towards the duck.
Let's do
What are we
duck.
doing here?
We're going duck. All right, Daniel Brecky.
It's a Hail Mary.
Yeah, it is. I do like the murder club thing though. That's pretty.
It was
It's
the
like Fight Club, but more intense.
Good band name.
the
way
the
rougher
instrument
than
was
sandals.
a whistle.
Yeah, it'd be a small whistle, usually carved from bone, traditionally used as part of a Chinese wedding ceremony.
I'm doing whistle.
You're going whistle?
No.
It is a ducky.
Yeah, damn. Once again, my hopeful ways have been thwarted, and I have lost.
So our final score today is Daniel Brackey 3, Nature Shows 13.
That just looks bad.
It does.
And I can't wait to put it on social media for everyone to see.
I hate you so much.
That's the kind of scoreboard
earned
we
it,
like
it's
right
okay.
there.
Yeah.
So, was this murder place just made up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dark, man.
Welcome to the mind of Adam. Just darkness and depression and sad things.
That's good inspiration for a song, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
That's
Murder
a
Club.
good one.
Write a song called Yeah, and it's about murdering people.
It's about a duck.
Maybe that's what Hey Ya is about.
You know, probably. That's probably what it is.
Hey Ya,
Could be.
hey Ya.
Well, it's not like anybody really knows what that song's about.
That's true.
I think you're talking about the Vampire Weekend song.
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, is there a Vampire Weekend song called Hey Ya?
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It is Yahoo.
Yeah, hey? Okay.
Yeah, hey.
Alright.
It's an easy
Hey,
it's an easy switch to make in your head though, I feel like.
I don't...
Hey.
Oh, my God. So, here's... I'm gonna give a display to everybody here, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
This is a phone.
Sure is.
So when you move it around
Yeah.
and click on it, It doesn't do anything on the computer. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes freaking out because I don't have a mouse.
It should.
But you
It
do.
should.
Like,
But sometimes
the computer
you're
is locked up. I have
not
no
thinking.
idea how we're gonna finish this out.
There's probably an app for that, right?
There's probably an app
I
for
mean,
that.
if it makes you
There
feel any
is.
better, I have a Magic Mouse, like one of the Apple white glass top mice connected to my computer at home, and then when I had a white iPhone 4.
Time out. I'm really glad that you brought that up because that's a really important question that I need everybody here to answer. I feel like we got a room full of moderately tech-savvy human beings.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it mice or mouses? Is
It
that
is.
the question?
It is.
I've heard both in the last
Mouse.
week, and I like mice
I
personally.
think I've only heard mice.
Mice or mouses?
Mice, I think.
Even when
Wait, what?
even when we're talking about
Yeah, no, I
computer mouse
I follow you.
is.
Oh, we're talking about a group
Yeah,
of
as
Multiple.
multiple.
mouses.
Yeah,
is
multiple
mice.
computer mouses. I feel
I think
like
it's
the plural
mouses.
carries.
Mice.
See, I'm glad I'm not the only person. Like if they're alive, they are.
It's like moose. You don't need
Meese?
to add an s to the end of mooses.
no, but
That's just an animal.
if
It's
they're
moose,
alive,
moose,
it's
is
mice
moose.
because that's like
The problem is you're never really in a situation where you're referencing multiple
Well,
mice.
Unless you have to buy a
Okay.
bunch of them, and then you're like, hey,
Yeah, right,
my
yeah.
computer control surfaces have arrived.
Right. Yeah. That's computer control surfaces. That's yeah.
yeah.
but we don't
CCS?
know the answer.
Okay.
We
I,
don't.
I just felt like
There's room for interpretation there.
Mice?
I know how to
Meese.
pluralize mouse pad. It's mouse pads.
Right.
Wow.
there we go. Well, and wouldn't that make sense then that you would
Scientist
have
over here.
multiple mouses for multiple mouse pads?
Aha! The online Oxford Dictionary's entry for mouse
Of
states
course
the
you
plural
looked it
for
up
the
in the
small
dictionary.
rodent is mice, while the plural for the small computer-connected device is either mice or mouses.
Everyone's
They're
smart.
both accurate. We
It's like
all
an
win.
octopus situation.
So wait, why can't we call a bunch of mouses mouses?
in houses?
Yeah.
Mouses in houses.
You know what happens when you give a mouse a cookie?
It's gonna want some milk to go with it.
I feel like Robot Chicken did a spin on this, except for somehow theirs devolved to the point where like the mouse was a vampire and it was eating mom, and
Yeah, I
and,
remember
like,
that.
the
What?
National Guard got called out and the president called in a nuclear strike. Like shit went bad really really quickly in their version. I
What
think
happens when you try and be nice to mice?
mouses,
Mouses.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't say Mickey Mice.
Mickey Mice.
Mickey and Minnie Mice.
Wait, I think that was a really subtle Highlander joke, because there can be only one.
Yes, it was.
That-
Yes, I'll go with that.
That's-
Yeah, that was good.
That still remains one of the stupidest movies I've ever seen.
What?
Which is going to cause a fight between all three of us, but
No, there.
No, there's no fight. You're just wrong.
that movie sucked.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
You just stay over there in the
I'm-
corner, and
I'm crying inside now.
I'm
Thanks.
crying
Good.
outside now.
You deserve it.
I think the third Highlander movie was the best.
I found
way.
I found Highlander on VHS at Goodwill a couple of years back, and it came with Highlander trading cards.
And they were still there.
Yeah. And it was worth like $5, so it wasn't
Highlander
that cool.
trading cards. I didn't know that was a thing.
It's because it only probably happened for about 10 seconds, I would think.
Trading cards were.
I wonder when they started printing Highlander trading cards, like, there had to be somebody in a room that was saying, like, this is going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a success.
Like Tops, they're like, yeah.
Yes,
We're gonna do
Pogs.
We're gonna do the yeah. We're gonna do the
I wanna play
the Highlander
Pogs.
series of
Yes.
I remember
baseball
when I
cards.
was a kid, I had Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves trading cards.
What?
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
What
I don't
is
know why I bought them.
why
I bought
is
them
there
at Target or something.
such a market for everything to have trading
That's
cards?
a great question. I feel like
That was
they
a
still
pre-internet thing.
I feel like at Target, there's still always the one
Yeah.
shelf right next to the checkout. That's
Yeah.
Still full of.
Yeah, it's got
Those
like
things.
your standard like Pokemon and
Right.
whatever other
Magic.
Japanese knockoff things, but then it's also got
Weird
your-
stuff like that.
yeah, it's
I
got
wanna
like
go
the
to
weird
Target.
That's
pointless.
what I was just thinking. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna see what. If there's
Target, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
I wonder if they were like
Alright.
I wonder if
Straight
they
out
were
of
like
market
Big
trading
Mama's
cards.
house trading cards.
Ooh.
I mean, they have that whole aisle. It's possible.
That would be pretty cool.
Unlikely, but possible.
You know what I would invest in? I would invest in Grandma's Boy trading cards.
That I finally saw that
movie's
movie.
so funny.
It was pretty good.
It's a good film.
I feel like I shouldn't like that movie as much as I do.
Why? Because you're
It's a Happy
Not a
Madison
grandma's
production.
Heck yeah.
yeah. Everything they
Yeah.
put out is just solid gold. So I mean,
Notoriously really good. Pixels trading cards.
Ugh.
People love that, right?
Ugh.
I didn't even see Pixels, and I've never been less interested in watching a film.
Yeah.
I've heard it's good.
It's basically a Futurama
You may be the only
episode.
person.
No.
It's basically the same premise as a Futurama episode.
I know. Yeah.
Ugh.
So I could just watch the Futurama episode and be done with it and have a much more enjoyable time, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Well, do you guys have one more that you can play for us before we start winding things down for the day?
Sure.
Awesome.
Or medicine.
Let's do. Do you have a reference? Medicine.
All right.
The song is called Medicine. It's a rock and roll song.
By rock and roll band. You alone, my oldest friend. Now we're gathered here again. So we'll separate in time for the ceremony to begin. Clasping hands, smoke-filled tents, naked bodies, naked heads, sweet-smelling silhouettes imprinted in our heads. You and me alone, us alone. You and me alone. Now we've been asleep too long. Feet feel the heat of coming dawn. Dancers approaching the lawn. If we will disappear instead by our bodies, streams are fed, sweet smelling silhouettes that burn the scent of growing medicine. You and me alone, us alone. You and me alone, dancing together, dancing together, dancing together, dancing together, dancing together, dancing together.
Medicine by Nature shows right here on Tusk Radio. You guys, thank you so much for coming in today. It's been a whole lot of fun. I've really enjoyed finding out that we can actually set up a band in this space, and B, if we had to go through everything we did to get set up, this is definitely the kind of music that makes it worth it. Thank you guys so much for coming in. It's been a lot of fun. Before we are shutting everything down for the day, of course, we want to run out a quick thank you to our sponsors in School of Rock and Mac Music, two companies that you definitely want to be checking out, and not the least because they're what keep us on the air. Thank you, of course, to our host network in KSIZ, Sizzlin' 99.9, where the MSP comes alive. Definitely also something that you want to be checking out. There are a whole bunch of great shows on this network, and you can download this podcast for free once every week, as long as we had a show, obviously. But once per week, you can subscribe to the show, so your computer will download it for you for free. You never have to do any more work other than that one click. So definitely the thing that you want to do is go to iTunes, search for Tusk Radio, and while you're there, it sounds like you can pick up a single from Nature Shows as well. The name of which, one more time, please?
Nana Bijou.
Nana Bijou. Nana Bijou.
So just spell that out.
Yeah, we actually did put up links to the song on iTunes on our Facebook and Twitter pages, so you can find it there if you're having trouble with the spelling.
Awesome.
Which, let's be honest.
Or just don't want to do the work but want the song, because,
So definitely spend a little bit of time on iTunes as well today. And real quick, before we are over, where can we find you guys around the interwebs?
Natureshows.bandcamp, natureshows.com. Natureshows.soundcloud, correct? Yep. And on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, and what else? Anything else?
Amazon? Do you say that?
Amazon?
LinkedIn.
Do you guys have a Tinder?
LinkedIn.
Is there a band Tinder?
We should.
That'd be a really good idea.
go on a date with the entire band
just
at
all
once.
of us, just
That would be awesome, actually.
hanging out.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Thanks for suggesting that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, very cool. You guys, thank you so much for coming in and spending time with us, playing us some tunes. Really, really good stuff. And any idea when we can start looking to expect the next EP or album, as the case may be? Did we already determine whether we're leading up to an EP or an album?
It is an EP.
It is an EP.
Yes.
Okay.
And that will be out this fall, probably sometime in the next month or two.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds great. We'll be sure to keep an ear out.
To our various channels. To find out.
Now that we know where they all are, that'll be easy.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys once again for coming in. I think that just about wraps it up for us tonight. We are no show next week. We are back on, anybody remember what day? Because I had it pulled up and then I totally didn't.
Future day.
A future day. A day that is not right now.
Is that the 6th?
Let me see. Yes, we are in studio September 6th with Katie Vernon. So that should be a lot of fun. And we'll be talking about a bunch of, let's see.
British artists. Right?
Yeah, I think I just skipped past it here on my, there we go. Yep, it is British artists. So Katie Vernon will be with us on September 6th. And, of course, in the meantime, you can head over to tuskradio.com. You can listen to a whole bunch of cool new music and old music. You can listen back to all the shows, find links to everything, blah, blah, blah. Find us on the Facebook and the Twitter, the Instagram, whatever have you. And I think that does it for us for the day. Thanks for listening, and we will see you September 6th.